Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the Eunorau G30 electric cargo bike. Come along with us while we check it out.
The Eunorau G30 is basically your typical budget-level cargo e-bike. There's nothing super innovative here to jump out and smack you in the face, but that doesn't mean it isn't a great buy. In fact, at its current price of $1,699, I'd say it's a better buy than most value-oriented electric cargo bikes out there. I've ridden a pile of them in the past year or two, and the price here is better than most while actually giving you more than most others out there. For example, look at all the extra features you get here on the G30. First off, there's a suspension fork up front. Now, most cargo e-bikes don't include suspension, though there's a reason for that, and we'll cover that in a minute when I get to the bike's downsides. But here on the G30 you get a decent suspension fork, not amazing, but not bad either, and it's surely going to help smooth out that ride, especially considering you've got smaller 20-inch wheels with fairly narrow 2.8-inch tires here. Next, check out the wooden deck and running boards. Not only is the wood a fancy touch, but those running boards are normally a $100 add-on accessory for most other cargo e-bikes, but the G30 gives them to you for free, or rather included in the price. Next, we've got multiple battery options. The entry-level battery is a 48-volt, 14-amp-hour pack with 672 watt-hours of capacity, which is pretty standard across the industry. But you can upgrade to a 20-amp-hour and 960 watt-hour pack if you want, or you can even add a second battery, since all of Eunorau's cargo e-bikes come with a second battery option. But even the entry-level battery is going to give you a solid 20 to 25 miles of range on throttle-only riding, and perhaps double that range on pedal assist, so they start you off fine with the entry-level pack. Speaking of pedal assist, you've got both the throttle and pedal assist of course, and there's a 7-speed Shimano shifter, though the pedal assist is only cadence sensor based, so don't expect fancy torque sensor based pedal assist here. Both the throttle and the pedal assist will get you up to 25 miles per hour or 40 kilometers per hour, though the bike does come out of the box with a 20 mile an hour speed limit, and you've got to unlock that higher speed if you'd like. Compared to most e-bikes that come with 20 mile per hour limits and are not unlockable, you get going faster on the G30. And they even give you hydraulic disc brakes, which again, aren't included on a lot of the big name cargo e-bikes out there, at least in the budget category. That's an important consideration when you're loaded down to the 440 pound or 200 kilo payload limit, where you're gonna want the strong braking power that hydraulic brakes offer. Now, whether or not it's a good idea to be flying around at 25 miles an hour with 440 pounds of payload is another thing altogether, which actually brings me to the downsides of the bike, which is that while you get all of these nice features, some of them aren't all too high of quality. Like I said, there's that suspension fork up front, but do you know why most cargo e-bikes don't have suspension? It's because it's hard to find a suspension fork that can handle 400 plus pounds of load day in and day out, especially with the forces that a 25 mile an hour bike doing hard braking can put on that fork. Is this one going to last years like the rigid forks on other cargo e-bikes will? I can't be sure of that. Some other parts are just sort of okay as well, like the kind of flimsy mirror accessory that came in the box, or the entry-level Shimano derailleur, but then again, I keep looking back at the $1,699 price and allowing myself to look past many of those things. For example, yeah, it's a low entry-level derailleur, but a lot of people just aren't going to be pedaling this thing that much. They're going to leave the bike in the top gear, especially if they live in a flat area like I do here. And even for those that do pedal, I mean, a lot of these parts are going to be fine for casual riders. Come on folks, we've got a fast cargo e-bike here with plenty of nice additions that other cargo e-bikes don't have. We've got the commuter necessities I like to see, including LED lighting and full fender set for when things get wet and sloppy out there, and of course we've got tons of cargo carrying capacity. I even like the bright yellow paint job as a safety consideration, and since the only other color option is orange, they're pretty much forcing you to be seen by drivers. Eunorau may not be able to match the customer service or support of bigger companies that charge a bit more, though they do now have a US presence, which should help a bit. If you're prepared to make some small sacrifices to save a bunch of money on a cargo e-bike though, I'd say the G30 is a great option.
Thanks for watching everyone. We hope you enjoyed that test ride on the Eunorau G30 electric cargo bike. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.